Hey guys, welcome back to another Bobby Pins Artist Spotlight. Today I'm excited to present to you business and financial analyst Kamille Bundy. She's going to talk to us about some tips on how to grow your business in 2021 and beyond. So I'm really looking forward to that. And make sure you come back tonight at 5 p.m. I've got a music artist out of Chicago that you definitely need to get to know. In the meantime, if you are joining me live, I appreciate you for tuning in. If you see that buy a badge button at the bottom of your screen, please feel free to go ahead and click it. Show some support, show some love. As always, I appreciate your hearts and shares. And yeah, if you are watching the replay, thank you for tuning in here on Instagram Live. There's an entire playlist here right on my channel that will show you more interviews just like this. Or you can feel free to watch on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/thebobbypin. Also, if you are interested in building your own media brand, well guys, I kind of did a thing. I launched my very first signature online course. It's called Put Yourself On Academy, and I teach people just like you how to come up with your niche, how to develop content, how to monetize that content, and how to effectively distribute it. So you can learn more about that at putyoursselfonacademy.com. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and kick things off. Our guest is in the building, so we're gonna load her up. While we wait for her to join us, please, please, please hit the share button. I guarantee you, somebody needs to join this and get the tea, get the scoop, learn about their business and finances as well. So hit the share button right now. Hey, Kamille.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yes, ma'am. Happy Sunday.
Yes, happy Sunday. Snowy Sunday here.
Okay, you're in the DC area?
Yes. Well, I'm in Alexandria, but yeah.
Okay. I'm in Houston and it's 63 and kind of sunny.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I had to throw that out there.
Jealous.
My heart goes out to everybody. I have no snow. I'm from DC originally myself, so I definitely know the life of snow. But I'm glad we ain't got none of that.
Y'all are blessed. We over here. It's not that much though, so we good.
Okay, good. So tell me a little bit about yourself. A quick little intro.
So I've been in financial planning and government finance for about 10 years now. So I started out in accounting, and then I kind of just transitioned into finance. So for people who don't know the difference, because a lot of people are like, how is that different?
Yeah.
Accounting is like you paying bills, you're like accounts receivable, accounts payable, but then finance is like forecasting, and it's a little bit more in depth in finance and numbers and that kind of thing. So two totally different worlds. Okay. Same environment, just a little separate.
So let's put things in perspective right now. We are in 2021. We've got these stimulus checks coming out. We've got people who've been laid off. People's finances are all over the place right now.
Yeah.
What are maybe some tips that we should know moving forward, specifically with the stimulus check? I've heard people saying, buy an LLC, start a business. Like, what would you say we should do?
I agree with that. I mean, investing in yourself is always the most important. For me, what I like to do, and I can just speak for myself, I like to save more of my money.
Yeah.
Because I need to make sure that I feel secure. So if I have a little nest egg waiting for me, just in case something happens with my car or some medical things happen or whatever the case may be, or I may want to take a little trip.
Yeah.
Or buy something for myself, I would say use that stim if you can, because of course nowadays with people not working, it's a little bit difficult to save. But I would say try really, really hard to at least save half of that or more and put that to the side.
Yeah. So you say save. Invest in yourself.
Say save. You can invest, but I'm more of a save some as well. Like you can save half of it, and then if you want to invest in yourself as well, I'm for that too. With all of the things that's going on within the community now, I definitely think it's important to invest in yourself, so you can get to a point where you're bossing up and doing the things that you need to do. But I definitely think that you definitely need to save too, because you never know, anything can happen.
Yeah, I agree with that. And just really quickly, genuine for real, you bought a badge. Thank you so much for supporting. So Kamille, you said you've been in accounting and finance for the last 10 years. Talk to me about your educational experience. What did you study to get here?
So believe it or not, I went to Clark Atlanta University for like a year. So I started in fashion because I just knew I was going to be a fashion designer. But that didn't work. because I ended up getting pregnant. So I was like, you know what? I need to figure out what else I need to do because fashion is not going to cut it right now. So I started out, I had to go to a couple of different schools, but I ended up at Strayer. So I did like night classes, and I got my accounting degree in accounting, my bachelor's degree in accounting. So that's where I stayed. And then I ended up getting like a job. I think it was for like Department of Defense, for like a clerk or something like that. So I ended up getting my security clearance, and that was like maybe 2012 or something. And prior to that, I did a lot of temping. So I didn't really have a lot of job stability in the beginning, but once I got my security clearance here, and that's kind of really big here in the DC area.
Very big.
I went from there. So I went from a secret to higher than that. And I was like, I'm about to ask them for X amount of money because I got the security clearance. So yeah, give me my bag.
Yeah, I know that's right. Okay.
Give me your bag. Mm-hmm. So,
you know you're doing something right when that's a really high level of clearance to have.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
All right, sis. I need somebody like you in my back pocket. Let's
go.
So talk to me about one of your greatest accomplishments in your field. What would you say that's been so far?
So now I'm about to be working 2 different jobs. So I like money. And with that being said, I like to reinvest in myself as well. So even keep in mind, even though you have a full-time job, that does not mean you can't have a side business and you can't do whatever you need to do on the side and have multiple streams of income. So right now I'm about to actually start another job tomorrow.
Okay.
And get more bags and do other things that I need to do for myself. But yeah, my thing is I would say the biggest accomplishment is really, all jokes aside, is really helping others. So a lot of people are interested in learning some of the skills that I have, and I'm more than willing to give back and help and do a lot with my community, because a lot of people really don't understand like resumes is important, and things like that to get you in the door is important. So really giving that knowledge and sharing that expertise to other people.
Yes, guys. So you heard it here. If you are looking to pivot or to up your career game, you need to holler at my girl Kamille. She can help you with resume writing as well as interview tips and skills. Is there maybe 2 or 3 that you can share with us now that we should know before you go into an interview? Especially people are getting used to the Zoom. We're communicating digitally, virtually now.
So I've experienced that too, and it's actually funny because I'm not really digitally savvy. So I've had to learn on the spot. But I would say if you are doing an interview, one of the most important things is make sure that you're doing the interview. If they send you like a Teams link or Zoom or something, please show your video. Pretend as if, and I don't care what you got going on at the bottom. But if you're sitting at the desk, you need to make sure you have on professional wear, just like you would be if you would go out to an actual in-person interview. Yeah. So make sure that I would say your background is like you're in like an area where it's just you don't have kids running around. Because one time my son walked in the door and I was like, and had to click off the video or whatever. So make sure there's nothing in your background. You don't have like clothes hanging up. And just make sure it's clear. Yes. And I would also say research the company. A lot of companies like to know, I would say, that you're interested. So even if you're looking at 5 or 10 different companies and they ask you like, are you looking at other companies or what do you know about the company? Make sure you're on point and you let them know this is your only interest. Right. And you've researched all of these things and you pull out some facts, like in 2001, your company did this or that. And so just make sure they know that you're interested. So
facts. Okay, those were great tips. And definitely the one about making sure your background is clean. Like, please.
Please do that.
Thank you for just the square of the video. Just thank you. What are some skills to writing a strong resume? Maybe some ways that we can know what verbiage to use, things of that nature.
I would say some skills would be I see a lot of resumes. So I would say one of the most important is color, like your color. Like I've seen like yellow and I've seen pink. Like this is not a kindergarten or science project, okay? We need you to have blue or black ink, and preferably black. Like it needs to be really consistent and it shouldn't have different colors and all of that on there.
Does it matter by industry?
I would say yes.
Okay.
It does to a degree. But still stick to darker colors. Like, I think you're right. I think it depends on the industry, but
They
in my preference, in my preference, if you're trying to get a professional position, I personally would only stick to darker colors. That's my preference.
Yeah. So I've heard somewhere, you tell me if you agree, maybe you submit the structured one that you're talking about via email, or if you have to upload it to some sort of a system. But when you come in person, maybe that's where you have the more personality driven, or you still say, regardless, simple is best.
This, in our culture, we don't need them to be thinking anything else. Like, this is me. We don't need them to get any other ideas. And I'm not saying them, whoever. I'm just saying professionals, people who are looking at our resume. We want it to be consistent. I think if you want to change it up, so say, for instance, you either are someone that has been out of the game for a while. There's some people who have been retired and maybe want to get back into the game, or they just, maybe you're a bartender, and then you also have professional, government professional stuff too. I say keep it separate. So that's another item. Like, if I'm going to an administrative position and applying to administrative position, I'm gonna keep my positions administrative task related on my resume. So I'm not going to submit a resume for an administrative assistant position that has like, I bartended for 3 months back in, I'm not, don't do that. It's cool, but you just have to be consistent. So
tailor your resume to the position.
Yeah.
I like this quote. Miss C-Doll say, yes, get the job and then do you. I like that. Yeah. We had a question.
Okay. And some of my friends, I sent the link out, and some people are on here. So, hey, y'all.
Hey, Kamille's friends. Mel.rose6 wants to know, what are your thoughts on mining for cryptocurrency? She's trying to get right to the bag.
That's not, hey, Mel. That's her. So what's my thoughts about cryptocurrency? I do a little bit of investing, like the whole Robinhood scandal, but
I was going to ask her about that.
I'm a little scared for cryptocurrency. I've done it, and then when it plummeted, it kind of freaked me out. So I'm just getting into investments. There is an app, though. I don't know if I can. There's an app on, if you go to like App Store, there's a lot that you can learn about different investments and stuff like that. So I would suggest looking into that before you invest in it. Do a lot of research first.
Yeah. Okay. I definitely wanted to ask about the stock market. I know I recently got in, thanks to Robinhood, using the free stocks at first. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because the week before all of the GameStop stuff happened, I switched my brokerage to E-Trade. And I feel like I got out just in time. But
my goodness.
I'm sure more people are hearing about it than they have before. I feel like I am. Maybe it's just because I'm paying attention to it. But like, what should we know about investments in general? Also, retirement funds. I've been talking about IRAs and things of that nature. So like, what should we know about how to save? Like, what are the different ways?
So there's IRAs, and I don't know all the specifics, but I mean, of course, if you're working professionally, you have the 401k that you can invest into. And it's different nowadays. Like back when our parents were coming up, it was something completely different. So 401ks is good if you want to save your money, and then at some point when you want to actually dip into that, there's fees that go into that. So if you get in, even though it's a retirement fund, if you're trying to dip into it before the age of like 60 or something like that, I don't know if it's 55, you have to pay fees for that. So it depends. IRAs are different. Like I have an IRA with my bank account, but I'm not a really big fan of those type of investments. And that's just because I don't know as much about them. So I'm a little bit hesitant on actually putting my money in something that I haven't researched. Yeah. So my only thing is make sure you do the research, because there's a lot of hidden fees. There's a lot of things that we don't really know about IRAs and things like that. And they take certain types of money from it. And it doesn't really, there's a difference between like compound interest. So it depends on what type of stocks it is. I would just say do the research, because really you're not getting a lot from putting your money into those type of investments. That's the truth. Okay. So from my experience, I can only say do the research first before you go into anything. I personally don't have my money in those type of stocks just because, or those type of savings accounts, because I feel like I'm okay with saving, and it doesn't really give you a lot of interest on the money that you put in. So it's really, to me, a waste of my investment.
Okay.
I'm learning about Robinhood. I'm learning a little bit more about that. I've done what I did though. I did some research, so I'm big on research. I did a lot of research behind some of the stocks that you put money into with Robinhood, and one of them is really good. It's like, I think the code is SPCE. I think it's Virginian Holdings or something like that. So what people don't know is like, what people may not know is that Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, so him and a bunch of other billionaires had like put their money and put billions of dollars in these really small stocks. It's like $8 a stock and something like that, because they are shared that they knew was going to increase over time. So do your research, because I put my money in there and mine has been increasing $200-$300 in the last 3 weeks or so. So I think, again, just do your research and make sure that this is something that you want to invest in, because once the stock goes down and then you lose your money, you'll be upset. And I didn't tell you to do it. That's what I'm saying. I am not the one to tell you to do it. Just do your research. So
got it. Know what you're doing. How can people get in touch with you to get your services and work with you?
So if you go, so I'm on LinkedIn, Cam Gov Specialist, but also Kamille Bundy on Instagram. So this is my fun page, y'all. So if y'all, I'm logging in on my fun page because I do other things. So I like to have a good time. So I have to.
Well, what are some of the other things? What are your hobbies and interests outside of the business and the money?
So I have a podcast. So Mail.Rose 6 is my podcast partner, and the podcast is called Waiting Room Uncut.
Yeah.
So we talk about money. We're talking about sex. A lot of it's about sex. So
always a great topic.
Isn't it a great topic? I feel like we can talk for hours about
There's
it.
so much ground to cover.
And then I also do a lot in the community. So I've had my nonprofit for 7 years now. And it's called Young Mothers Inc. And what we do is we provide resources and support to young mothers ages 16 and under and 17 and 21 here in the district. So we provide, like, right now we're doing a COVID-19 campaign. So we raised about $1,500 since August to give to women who have lost their job or been impacted by COVID-19.
Awesome.
So yeah, I'm all over the place.
No, but you're productive, one, and then two, what I'm hearing is it's very giving. It's outward focused. I think that's awesome. That's super special. When's your birthday? I'm into astrology a little bit.
May 18th. I'm a Taurus.
Team Taurus.
Yeah, you're a Taurus too.
April 20th.
Yeah.
I'm like the first day.
Oh, so you felt that energy. Yeah, I'm definitely a full Taurus. I believe in that too.
Yes,
So,
yes. I love it. Yes, girl, we got to tap into everything. Make sure you check her out for your business services needs. Listen to the podcast. Show support to her nonprofit. I think that's super awesome what you're doing. Is there anything else we should talk about, sis? What's going on? Black History Month is tomorrow.
Huh?
Black History Month is tomorrow.
I know. No, that's a good one. I've been really trying to figure out. So my nonprofit, I don't know. We have a lot geared up, but that's awesome. I feel like with all that's going on in the world, I'm so ready to celebrate Black people and, African Americans and get that ball rolling. And then everybody, with Kamille being in the office and everything, I'm just excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited for new beginnings. Yeah, so.
Me too. That was how I felt on Inauguration Day. Like, let's see what new is coming. Hopefully it's better. I'm sure it's still gonna be some bumps along the way, but I'm ready for some change, some fresh energy. Some people who look like me in the office.
Yes.
We've been breaking barriers. So as another queen, another Black queen, I appreciate you coming on here and sharing this time with me and sharing your wisdom with our audience. Guys, please make sure you follow Kamille Bundy, Kamille Bundy. I spelled it right?
You did.
I got you, sis.
And if y'all want to see how I turn up and have a good time, it's Cam Kills. KAMKILLS. Yep.
Period.
Oh, and my nonprofit is Young Mothers Inc. If y'all are interested in the DC area and want to know what's going on in the community too. So.
All right, Kamille. Well, I look forward to keeping in touch with you and supporting everything you got going on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You gotta come out here when everything died down. You gotta come back and come visit.
I was home for a month during the holiday season. I came home for Thanksgiving. Was only supposed to stay for 2 weeks. I ended up staying for a whole month.
That's
so
crazy.
I do need to get back, but every time I go, it's so hard to leave because like my family's there. So.
Well, yeah, we gotta hang out, turn up, have a good time. Cause I follow you too, so.
Okay, bet. Well, yeah, as soon as I come back, it'll probably be pretty soon. Actually, one of my really good girlfriends is moving back, so I'll probably come like help her move in and get situated. So shoot, might be in the next month or two. By March, I'll probably be back. I'm gonna look you up for sure. Let's get lit.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of y'all day.
Yes. Bye, sis.
Bye.
Yes, guys. I love it. All right. Black women taking charge of our finances. That's what we're doing in 2021 and beyond. No excuses to not have that wisdom and knowledge to continue to grow and progress. So make sure you tap in with Kamille, okay? Resume writing, financial advice, and all things just women's empowerment. Go ahead and throw this up on the screen. If you want to hang out with me, come back today, 5 p.m. I am interviewing Asha Marie. She is a music artist out of Chicago, so she's going to play us some new music and talk to us about some of her influences there. This coming Tuesday, okay, Bobby Pin's Celebrity Artist Spotlight is back and in full effect. So you can check out Dance Hall Reggae Sensation Hood Celebrity. That's this coming Tuesday, February 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central. Okay, moving right along with my little promos. My online store is open, y'all. You heard me. So if you feel the vibe, if you want to put yourself on and remind others that that's how you roll, then you can go ahead and visit my shop. That's right on my profile. Go to my profile, click the shop button, or of course you can visit my website, thebobbypin.com/shop. And last but not least, my prized possession, my signature online course, Put Yourself On Academy, is live. It is alive. You heard me. And I have students who are already enrolled. They're enjoying the information. Oops. Good thing that was a good picture. They're enjoying the information. I can't find the picture I'm looking for. But you can learn more about my media academy, Put Yourself On Academy, at putyourselfonacademy.com. I would love it if you would join me. So yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I will be back 5 p.m. Central Time today. So that's like an hour and a half from now. Will you come back? Will you come join me? I hope so. See you later.